And straight up, no BS, no hyperbole, this is the worst album I've heard all year. Well, take comfort in this, Suicide Silence. At least you guys only had to hold that title for like a day. How the hell did I miss this? No, really, as soon as my Suicide Silence review dropped, I got a sarcastic email from a fan telling me, OMG, the new Emmure's dropped, oh my god, and like I hadn't heard about it. How the hell did I miss this? I heard they were going to be dropping something this year, but I figured I at least had a few more weeks. Hell, I even took a good long while on Friday sorting through Spotify's new releases to look for something to review. I was actively hunting for albums to talk about, and I couldn't find this thing? How the hell did this pass me by? The band's last album made the tippy top of my worst of the year list in 2014. How in the hell? Well, the thing is, though, I didn't hear anything about this album. I heard it was gonna come out eventually, like a few months ago, but the release came and went, and like there's been no hype about this thing. It slid under the radar practically. It sure as hell wasn't that way with Eternal Enemies, remember that? Fuck, the hype surrounding that album was so intense, I couldn't ignore it if I tried. And the fact that there's been next to no ballyhoo or hoopla surrounding this album's inevitable fart into existence, yeah, that should clue you in as to the quality of work we're dealing with here, people. Settle in. Honestly, I probably shouldn't even be touching this at all. God knows no one else fucking is. But I decided to jump onto this because, let me put it another way. A better way to have started this review would have been with the sentence, "Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today." Whew, man, and I thought Attila ran out of ideas on their last album. Holy God, Frankie Palmieri is the king of no ideas. I mean, I figured we'd be in for some kind of weird trip given the shakeup the band has gone through. Hell, when every single member of your group leaves your fat, dopey ass in a fell swoop, you'd think that'd have like a drastic effect on the sound and style of music that comes out in your next effort, but no, even with the new lineup, this shit still sounds exactly the goddamn same as everything else they've ever put out. Granted, shitty tattoos and knowledge of how to play the same bar chord in drop tuning aren't hard things to come across, really. The hell, program these chord sounds into your basic Guitar Hero controller and your 10-year-old little sister could play for Emmure. That is, as long as she doesn't beat the shit out of Frankie Palmieri for being a twat. Yeah, transitioning into that, surprise, surprise, the lyrics on this are garbage. Tripe, bullshit, thesaurus disgusting. I mean distasteful. But you know, if you really listen to the lyrics, like really get into it, it gets a little real in places. And not real in the way Palmieri would assert, like, yeah, I'm a real tough guy, I'm the realest of the real motherfucker. No, not that at all. I mean, Frankie tends to let things slip a little more than I'm sure he was intending to here. Shinjuku Masterlord is pretty much the same old preening, chest pounding, "Daddy, I scared someone on the internet, am I a man yet?" horse shit. But why Shinjuku? I looked up Shinjuku, and the only consistent thing I could find was that it's apparently a special district of Tokyo. Nothing terribly special. It's got an opera house, a natural history museum, one of the busiest railways in the city. Frankie, what the hell does this have to do with the entire world sucking your dick? I'm a teensy bit confused, mate. What, did some Japanese kid just say mean things to you on Twitter? Yeah, I'm sure this song really fucking showed him. Oh, you won, dude. And Russian Hotel Aftermath is basically just a giant Freudian slip set to music. Music. It's a lovely little song about suicide that basically encourages you to do it because you're a little shit and you deserve to die. Lovely stuff, right? But you know, given how many times Frankie sits there and screams, "I hate myself, and I've lived too long, I hate myself," listening to it, I can't help but feel like a psychotherapist sitting in a chair across the room from the guy. Wow, okay, we're really breaching into some deep-seated trauma here. Please tell me, just Why do you feel so hostile towards yourself, Francis? And on Major Key Alert, get this, no less than 2 tracks after Russian Hotel Aftermath, Palmieri has the gall to scream, "You wish you were me!" After reading through your diary here, homeboy, I'm goddamn glad I don't want to be like you. Holy shit. And the album closer, Gucci Prison, yes, Gucci Prison, straight up has a couple of bitch I might be's thrown in there for shits and giggles. Hey, for fuck's sake, didn't that meme die out like 2 years ago? Frankie, if you're gonna be an edgelord, you have to at least keep up with what's edgy, amigo. All of this to say that, for its posturing and chest pounding and screaming, this is probably one of the most insecure albums I've ever heard. Frankie doesn't come off as tough, he comes off as frightened. His band is basically fallen apart, his label's disintegrated, the press doesn't even seem to give 2 shits about him anymore. This man is scared shitless. He's growling and snarling and digging his claws into everything he can find, but he doesn't realize that he's just a little puppy shaking in the middle of a corner somewhere. This album is kind of an interesting watershed moment for this band, because it's the last petulant gasp of a dying star. And by star, of course, I mean a great big ball of hot gas. I don't think I'll ever touch an Emmure album again after this, guys. Like, please, don't ask. But, I mean, given what I've heard here, and given the awful reception this thing is getting, hey, maybe no one else will have to either. Look at Yourself gets 1 sad bastard looking in a mirror out of 5.
Thank you.